I think it's vibrant, it's dynamic, it's compelling, it's challenging. It's a means of addressing some of our preconceived notions about Africa and contemporary African art. Radical Revisionists is really a means of speaking to young artists who are looking at the past in order to better understand the present. And the two themes of the show are really how colonialism impacts both the people in African countries, but also the planet. We have a wide range of media from 10 different artists in the exhibition, and that ranges from photography to site-specific installation to sculpture to a virtual reality component. Many of the artists in the show have actually lived lives that reflect this idea of the relationship between Africa and the West. Having a foot in both cultures is something that has to be navigated. Omar Viktor, for example, who's from Senegal, is addressing the past by restaging historical portraits. So he is both the subject and the photographer. And I think it's a very clear expression of coming to terms with the past, but reinscribing them with your own experience. So you'll notice when you look at the photographs that they contain images from soccer, a subversive whistle, or a soccer ball, or a goalie mitt. Samiha Pelosi is a photographer from the Democratic Republic of Congo. And his work juxtaposes these idealized Chinese posters with what Pelosi really sees when he's living and working in Congo, which is mines that have completely stripped the environment of their natural resources. It's communities that have been displaced and are now living in tented camps. We invited Serge Atukwai-Cloti to come from Ghana to create a site-specific installation. So Serge arrived in Houston without any materials, but thinking deeply about the moment that we're in globally in terms of displacement and migration. It's an issue that's affecting many countries and populations around the world, this idea of being displaced from your home and carrying with you the cultural signifiers of your country of origin and trying to assimilate into new spaces. Plastic Tree is by Pascal Martine from Cameroon, and it speaks to the environmental degradation that's resulted from colonial imposition in the continent and really around the world. You want to go toward it. The color and the light and the shadows are visually quite attracting, but then as you get closer you realize, oh, these are plastic bags, and these are trees that no longer have their leaves, and the impact of those bags is lasting on the environment. Girl on the Globe is by Yinka Shonibare, who's a British-Nigerian artist. It's really a comment on both the legacy of colonialism and what that has done to our environment, and also the way in which the future generations are really going to have to deal with this. Her status on that globe is very precarious. Zanele Maholi is from South Africa, and she is really a visual activist. She's an LGBT artist, and she is confronting the viewer with her own body. She stages herself in each work. And she's very much returning the male gaze. So she's looking right back at the viewer in, I think, a very confrontational way, and one that we hope will challenge people to think about their own perceptions. This is a complicated moment that we're living in, and I think these artists are doing really compelling work to engage with these difficult themes. So our hope is that the exhibition is generative. It's not just to be viewed and appreciated, but hopefully to be provocative and inspirational for people to really see things that might be interesting and challenging and compelling, that might cause new conversation and new performances and new means of creativity going forward.